Good morning, Jacksonville real estate professionals. Thank you for watching the first episode in this series where I'll be debunking some real estate myths, untruths, and providing a different perspective on some things that are portrayed as facts. Today's video is on real estate math, and I'm not talking about calculating a seller's net sheet. I'm not talking about how to review the math on a closing disclosure. I'm talking about the math that impacts you and your family. I'm talking about your commission split with your company. Now, first and foremost, there are many different compensation models out there. You can find one offering, and the key word being offering, something structured about any way you can imagine. But there is more to the income that you actually take home for your service to your clients than the split you get to say you have. I can say my split's 100%, but if I'm not doing any business, then 100% of nothing is nothing. And if I'm not doing much business, then 100% of not much is, well, not much. Just to be clear, Seacoast gives you the opportunity to reach a 90% split, in case you were wondering. We are not one of those companies that says, you are going to get 60% and be thankful you got that. That's not us. There are some other things to consider when figuring the income that you take home to your family. Now, one being the sales price of the homes you sell, and the other being the commission charge. Now, here's my disclaimer. We all know that commission are negotiable, period. So any mention of a commission amount here is simply for instructional and or informational purposes only. In fact, I'm not even going to use numbers or percentages. I'm going to use bananas. So if agent 1 says, I'll list your home for 2 bananas, and agent 2, who can substantiate they are worth it and what they provide as a benefit to the sellers and the seller's future plans, charges 3 bananas, then for every deal like that, agent 1 is earning 1 banana less, losing 1 banana. And if you repeatedly earn 1 banana less on your transactions, you know how many bananas that you and your family are losing? No pun intended, but a bunch. Maybe that's something that I need to go more in depth with for a future video, but today I'm simply talking about the reality of the commission split number. It is not the split percentage that has the biggest impact for your family. I'm going to go to the board for a very simple explanation. I'm going to pick numbers that make it easy for me to calculate. So let's say that the average gross commission income, or GCI, is $5,000 for each sale. Now, agent 1 is making a certain split, and agent 2 is making 10% higher. It doesn't matter what the number is. Agent 2 is 10% higher. Well, let's say that agent 1 is at a 70% split, and agent 2 is at an 80% split, 10% difference. That 10% difference on a transaction with an average $5,000 in GCI is $500. Agent 2 made $500 more than agent 1. Now, if both agents close 20 deals, 20 times the $500 difference equals $10,000. So it's reasonable to agree that agent 2 would make $10,000 more. But like most business decisions, there is more to it than that. What if you could go to an office that is doing large amounts of business, and because of that large volume, you have the opportunity to close 10 more deals? Now, if you're in an office that isn't doing a lot of business, and this may seem like a theoretical statement, but I promise you, this office is doing just that. If you could do 10 more deals at an average $5,000 commission, then that would mean $50,000 more to you. Again, if an office isn't doing a lot of business, then this wouldn't be something they could say. It is all about the results. So the question isn't whether you think a 60 or 70% split is better, or 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100. That isn't the real question. The real question is, do you want to make $10,000 more or $50,000 more? Which one is more beneficial to your family's future? That, my friends, is the question. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm trying to choose topics that have the potential to be impactful in your life and your business and not waste your time. I think Seacoast is the best company to start your real estate business, build your real estate business, and expand your real estate business to other areas, as we have over 25 offices in Eastern North Carolina. And I would love the chance to speak with you about opportunities we have here. There is no commitment. There's no high pressure. It's just an open conversation to share a little bit about Seacoast and answer any questions you may have. If you're interested in hearing more, please call or text me at 910-265-6860. Again, 910-265-6860. And let's schedule a confidential meeting. Again, thank you for your time.